commentary. In this gameplay, we are playing Team Deathmatch. It is on Redwood, and I'm using the Kuda. In this game, I go 37-3, which is pretty good. But what I want to talk about during this gameplay is little things you can do as a weaker player. If you're a weaker player and you want to get better at the game, these are my tips for you. My first tip is going to be the guns. I tend to stay away from the snipers and the shotguns. It's hard unless you're good with them. It's hard to get a good KD. I find as a weaker player. I'm not a great COD player. As a weaker player, I find it's difficult. It's difficult to get good games with those type of guns. And also the light machine guns I don't tend to use. I just use the submachine guns and the assault rifles, depending on what map it is. If it's a big map, I'll use an assault rifle. If it's a smaller map, I'll use a submachine gun. So this is kind of like a medium-sized map. I'm really getting on well with the Kuda, so that's the reason why I'm using the Kuda. My next tip is going to be what perks you use. My top 3 perks in perks slots 1, 2, and 3 are what I'm running on this gameplay, and that is
UAV destroyed.
That is Sixth Sense in the first one. And in the middle one, I'm running Fast Hands, and the last one, I'm running Engineer. Engineer is a perk that isn't used a lot. People often stick in that last slot Awareness or Dead Silence, and I find Awareness is okay. I can understand why a lot of people use it, but the way I play the game, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm often in a party with my friends, so I can't hear footsteps anyway. I just have to play quite safe. But I find that Engineer is brilliant if you're running a care package, because you can re-roll care packages. Care packages, they're not too difficult to get. You can normally get 1 or 2 in a game. If you play quite safe, it's normally quite easy to do that. And I find, I'm not sure what the percentages are, but I find that if you re-roll a care package, it's normally better. You normally got a better chance of having something good come out of it. So that's the reason why I use it. You can also, using Engineer, see all the equipment. So people tend to on this game run a shock charge and a trip mine together, and as soon as you get hit by that shock mine, so that shock charge, you're dead. The trip mine's going to get you. So it kind of just helps you get away from that. Also, if you're running a rocket launcher, if you're going to put on the Black Cell, which I would advise as your rocket launcher, you can see on the map the enemy air support and stuff like that. So the UAV you can see in the air, the hater, you can see it on your map. So I find that if you use a Black Cell or something, shoot down score streaks, you get a lot of points. You get 75 points for a UAV and 100 points for a counter UAV. I mean, people will run UAV counter UAV together, and you've got 175 points towards your care package or your UAV, whatever it is you're using. That's like nearly halfway there to the UAV, really, isn't it? So that's why I find that Engineer is just a brilliant perk to run. The next thing I want to talk about is sort of how you play the game. Often I will just avoid the middle of the map. You don't need to touch the middle of the map. I find it's so much easier to just run around the edge. keep an eye on your mini map. Always check the mini map. If you've got a UAV in the air, check it twice as much. Always check it so you know roughly where the enemies are, where they're spawning, and just kind of try and get behind them. And you can just pick off enemies all over the place. Easy kills. I am running my specialist as kinetic armor. I find if you get yourself in a bit of a situation where you're kind of stuck and you need a bit of extra help, that helps so much. It charges fairly quickly as well. I think I get it a few times during this game. It charges very quickly, and you can kind of easily take on 2, 3, 4 players sometimes if you're quick and maybe only a few of them seen you. I find it just makes it a lot easier. So that's what I use. My next tip is going to be just with that stick sense. As soon as you hear those bleeps, have a look. Normally, if they're on the same level as you, you'll get like the triangle on it. It will show you exactly where they are. But if you're above or below, so if you're in a building that's just got more floors, it will just come up with an outside. It will show you the box outside as to what direction they're coming from. So that's really handy. And then just play. I don't want to say play campy because that's kind of boring. But I used to be someone who would just rush all the time, and so I've kind of toned it down and started playing a bit safer than what I used to do. So I get a triple here. Fortunately, there's someone AFK. I completely missed him until I got closer. Yeah, just play a bit safer. Play to your own advantages, really. Yeah, so that is basically the gameplay. I think I might get one more kill during this game, but tell me what you think. Tell me if there's if you've got any questions or you want me to do a video on any aspect of the game. Just let me know, and I'll try and put one together for you. So this has been my tips for lower down new COD players. Play safe. Use your perks well. Run that care package and that engineer together. Makes a huge difference. Really good. And that's it. Cheers for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Do all of that stuff. And thank you very much for watching. If you want any more videos, leave it in the comment section below. And I've been Jack. Speak to you later.